Why did the professor never play in the NBA?
This is the professor. Oh, professor. Oh, the professor.
Tons of people ask this question. I see it in the comments all the time. And I'll say three things about this. First off, I never had the resume for the NBA. So in order to play in the NBA without Division I NCAA college basketball on your resume or without Division I overseas basketball on your resume, it's going to be like dang near impossible. I started playing professionally when I was 18 years old, signed an endorsement deal with this company called AND1. They did street ball tours all around the world to promote their clothing. And so I gave up my college eligibility as soon as I signed to play for money. Prior to that, I only played 1 year of community college. I barely got any playing time, but I got way better after that. Therefore, I got the opportunity for the contract. But, you know, they had a TV show on ESPN. It got as much viewership as the NBA. So I had no problem making that decision at that time. But couldn't play college. The second thing I'll say is the politics of the game were never on my side. You know, 15, 20 years ago, when I was actually first getting on and trying to make the NBA, I played in some minor leagues, IBL and the CBA, which is like the old G League. And no matter how well I played, the politics were never on my side. Like high-ups in the NBA looked at street ball as like not real basketball or like a bad thing. Whereas like now you look at street ball, the effect it's had on basketball in general is like big. Like NBA point guards play with street ball flair. That's like kind of like the way the game is played now. So it was way different back then. I get NBA players asking me to train them now. I got friends who are coaches. You know, NBA players are like, man, I love your stuff. Teach me this move. It's just a different time, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like that 15, 20 years ago. So a lot of people that ask that don't know that. The third thing I would say, and this will come as a surprise to many, is that like I wouldn't accept an NBA contract right now. I like what I do because this thing isn't even about money. People always talk about big checks, you know what I mean? I'm missing out on big checks, but this isn't about money. It's about inspiring and impacting the people and really just having a passion for what I do, you know? And right now my passion is like to make dope ass videos for people. It's not to get rich. So the only NBA players that really get to carve a legacy long term are like all-stars or like stars. You know, after you're done with the NBA, if you just like were on a roster or played for a few years, you're not gonna have much of a legacy that's remembered by the people afterwards. And not that this is about clout, but it's about inspiring and impacting people. So when people say like, oh man, it's a shame he never made the NBA, like I always look at that and think like, you don't even know, like I wouldn't play in the NBA nowadays. Like I wouldn't take a contract today unless I was going to get some real notable playing time and they were going to let me play how I want to play, maybe, but that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So to as many people's surprise, that's my outlook on things.